Joining me is Shannnon Castagnola. If you're a West Point partner, you've surely corresponded with Shannnon over the past couple months for all of your race day needs, and if you've ever headed out to the racetrack, Shannon's the point person for West Point and a huge help and a big part of our organization. We wanted to spend a few minutes getting to know her and asking her a few questions, since she corresponds with so many of you on such a regular basis. Shannnon, tell us how you got started in racing.
I've just always been a fan of horses. I mean, I've ridden horses since I was about 8 years old. Every toy I had was a rider horse. Every book I read from the library was about horses. So it was just really a natural progression of that love.
And you live in Lexington, and how long have you lived here?
Gosh, I guess about 30 years maybe.
And is living in Lexington kind of how you got involved? And
yeah, absolutely. The biggest kind of it was fate that kind of happened. We moved in 2 houses down from a very young newly married couple, Ben and Jan Taylor, and Ben is one of the owners of TaylorMade Farm.
And you worked for TaylorMade for a few years, correct?
Yeah, that's right. I worked for them for almost 9 years.
What kind of things did you do for TaylorMade? Were you around the stallions, broodmares, the sales? What kind of things did you do?
Yeah, I did. I worked every single September, November, and January sale out on the sales grounds. I also did research, updating owners on the mare's produce history. You know, were they running, were they working? And then I moved into a position where I worked on contracts and bills of sale. So, you know, every time a mare is bred, she has to have a contract, and just make sure all the I's were dotted, T's were crossed.
Where'd you go to college?
The University of Kentucky, right here in town. So
you graduated from UK, you went to work for TaylorMade, and then that kind of led you to West Point. How long have you been with them?
It's been about 3.5 years now. West Point was a fantastic opportunity for me to see a different part of the business, and it's really, you know, I have 2 small children, 2 small girls, and so it's been a wonderful way for me to continue to work for a first-class operation, but also to be here for my family.
What's your favorite part about working for West Point?
I think the diversity is always my favorite part. You know, you can't get bored because there's always going to be a horse running. We're going to be running on the East Coast, or at Gulfstream, or at Santa Anita. You know, there's so many moving parts that it's hard to kind of to get stale.
Is there one particular West Point horse that's kind of your favorite, past or present?
I'd say, like, right now it would be Quiet All-American, just because he's been such a fun horse. The fact that he ran in the Gray Goblin with all of the gray horse field, I thought that was so fun. You know, he's just been a great horse. He continues to run, and people are really enjoying him, and that's kind of what it's about.
And your husband Steve's involved in racing. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Nope.
No?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, Steve's very involved. I mean, it's really a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week thing with us. We're always talking about horses and racing, but yeah, he's the director of bloodstock services at Vinery.
So Shannnon, as we wrap up here, we just want to talk a little bit to specifically West Point partners. Just kind of tell us, you know, what exactly it is you do and how you can help partners even more in the future.
You know, one of the things I would say is, you know, make sure that you contact me if you're going to the races. I know a lot of the partners, our long-term partners, have gotten really self-sufficient, and that's fantastic. But especially our new partners, don't be afraid to call me or to email me and just get an understanding of the racetrack that you're going to. How can I be helpful? Can I make you a dining reservation? You know, what do you need to know about the track? Is the track different than another track? Is it a casino where there's all the open seating is available, or do you have to actually get physical seats outside? So, you know, I'm going to know that stuff. I would love to be able to help you and walk you through it and make sure that your experience at the track is enjoyable and everything that it can be.
So on that topic, living in Lexington, is Keeneland your favorite track?
Keeneland is my favorite track to go to personally. It's one of my least favorite tracks to get seats for, and that's because you know, Keeneland sells all their seats. They're sold out. So when it comes to race day for us, it's always a unique challenge to get everybody taken care of. But I have a great relationship with Keeneland, and they work with me. So I really don't find it too hard to get seats, but it's definitely more difficult than some other tracks.
Well, thanks, Shannnon. We appreciate it. If you have any questions or want to reach out to Shannnon, you can contact her at shannon@westpointtb.com.